So this is topic 4, friendship with that guy Shawn. So do you prefer to have many friends or just a few that are close to you? Now in my early 20s in the past, I loved having tons of friends. I wanted lots of different groups. I wanted my phone constantly ringing, constantly tons of messages. I wanted lots of options. That was really important to me to have lots of friends. These days, now that I'm in my early 30s, I want just a few close friends. I want people I can trust. I want people that, we're both growing, we're on similar paths. That's very important to me. Maybe that'll change again in the future. I'm not sure. How about for you? Do you like just a few close friends? Have you had one best friend from a young age? Or do you also like having lots of friends, lots of people around, and with different ideas, different ways of thinking? What is your personal preference? What are the benefits of having just a few close friends? How about the benefits of having many friends? And of course, I mentioned I love the ability to be able to message anyone and have a party going on or a get-together at any time to jump into. So it depends on your personality and what your need is. Describe your best friend. So if you have a best friend, how would you describe your best friend? So my best friend is very different from me. He's very quiet, very calm, and just very shy at times, where I'm very outgoing. I like to talk a lot, and I find in ways we balance each other out, almost like a married relationship. Other people have very similar best friends. How about for you? Are you close friends with anyone who you knew in elementary school? This is very popular in Korea. Many people have friends they met, even in kindergarten or in elementary school, and they've been friends into their 30s and 40s, and their families get together. That must be very interesting. How about for you? Why do people need friends? What can happen if a person has no friends? It's a great question, and some of you might, not have any friends. There were times in my life where I didn't have many close friends around me. Maybe I could go online to talk to them if I lived in another country, but I've definitely had quiet periods. How about for you? What is that like for you? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Do people need friends? Why? What is the biggest thing you have done to help a friend? It's a great question. That's one reason why we need friends. We need help. Do you have any friends who would risk their life to save you? Whoa, that's a great question. I hope I have some friends that would risk their life. I think that's the one thing of having few friends, that maybe you're closer and you would help each other. Where if you have many friends, all of a sudden when you really, really, really need one, they're all gone. There's none around. Do you have friends? Or have you ever had your life saved from a friend? Would you risk your life to save a friend? How about a stranger? Great question. I think if I was on a plane and the plane crashed and we were in the water, and there's a helicopter picking people up, would I say, no, not me, you next. Would I let other people go first? I'd like to think I would do that. However, maybe I would just grab the rope and pull me up. Maybe I wouldn't wait for them. I don't know. How about you? And what is the best way to make new friends? Do you like making new friends? I love making new friends. I love meeting new people. What is the best way to make new friends for you? How would you give someone advice if they had no friends? What advice would you give to someone to make new friends? And what kind of qualities do you look for in a friend? Right? So these days, I look for positivity. I want someone that is very positive. I look for a friend that is, working maybe in an industry that I'd like to work in, someone that's on a career path, maybe similar beliefs, so that we can encourage each other. Those things are very important to me. How about you? Do you think sites like Facebook are good for friendships, or do they stop people from becoming close? So this is a great question. On Instagram these days, Instagram is the continuation of Facebook. Facebook owns Instagram. And these days, when you meet people, you go on Instagram and you can message each other, but how often do you meet up with that person other than just, commenting on their pictures? Definitely meeting up and talking face to face is a great way to grow a friendship. How did you meet your best friend? So that's a great question. How did you meet your best friend? Many times it's by accident. So you'll be hanging out with one friend and they'll say, oh, this is another friend here, here, and here. And there's this one great word, click. You'll just click together like two puzzle pieces. You'll just be on the same wavelength, we say, right? And you'll want to do the same things, or you'll laugh at the same jokes. Laughter is a great indicator that two people get along, right? I love to make jokes. And some people, they don't like my jokes. They won't laugh. They'll just, or they'll maybe say that you're weird, or you're silly, or you're kind of foolish. They won't like it. Where other people will just laugh and laugh and laugh, and their eyes will really pop open and when they meet me. And they'll just say, I like you, you're funny. And they'll contribute. They'll make jokes too, and they'll try to make me laugh. This is a great indicator that there's a great friendship or a relationship here that can form, right? Because laughter is so important. Life is so difficult. It's so hard sometimes, especially when you're learning English. And if you can have someone that can laugh with you and try to encourage you, this is a friendship that is rare and special, and you want to hold on to it. Another great word is chemistry, right? So chemistry is obviously the one category of science where you study different chemicals and compounds. But we also use the word chemistry in Western culture to talk about when two people our chemicals seem to mix really, really well together, right? And neurons might go off in your brain. There's almost this sense or this instinct in your mind to say, this person connects with you. I think when people fall in love or they decide to get married, a lot of times this goes off, for better or for worse. And they just say, I've met lots of people, but this person, there's a real connection here. I know that's definitely helped me meet some great people when I realized that someone was special in my life, and they realized that about me as well. So anyway, let me know what you think. Let's talk about it more. Friendship and friends. Thanks, guys.